Hi, this is Joe Renna, and welcome to the second episode of Mind Your Own Local Business. You know, it's not enough just to do what you love. You have to learn a living. It's the whole reason why we work or go into business. And to do that, you need a goal. You have to define for yourself what is success. I think Dave Chappelle said it best during a segment on the show Inside the Actor's Studio. He was asked if his father supported his pursuing comedy as a career. And his dad said, "You might not make it." Chappelle said, "Well, it depends on what you mean by make it." He told his dad, "You're a teacher. If I could do comedy and make a teacher's salary, I think that's better than the teaching." And with that, his father gave him his blessing. But his father also said, "Name your price before you start. And if it gets more expensive than that, then you have to stop." So I tell business owners you need a business plan. I can't tell you how many businesses I deal with and they have no plan, they just wing it. It's like building a house with no blueprint. I tell them if it doesn't work on paper, don't execute. That plan is going to set your goals. And if you don't reach those goals, then your business isn't viable. I can't tell you how many times I did business plans where it doesn't work out. If there's not enough people who want to buy your goods or services for the price you need, then the plan isn't going to work. Got to remember, no one owes you a living. It's tough. It's hard work, especially if you want to do what you love. There's an old saying that says entrepreneurs are willing to work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40 hours a week. So you have to determine what is success for you. And it doesn't have to be all monetary. It could be quality of life or a healthier lifestyle. There's a tremendous risk and sacrifice in running your own business. And it's a price that you have to be willing to pay. It's a compromise. It just so happens that Chappelle is one of the funniest men on the planet, so his success is off the charts. But you may be great at your craft or your trade or your creativity, but doesn't guarantee success. There's so much more that goes into running your business. You have to be prepared for that. It's not for the sleight of heart. It's very risky, but I do encourage it for those who have the gumption. Go for it. A lot of people tell me they can never work with their wife. They usually ask me, "Oh my God, how do you do it all day and night, working with your wife? Just the two of you in a home office. Oh my God." Well, I'll let you know how we do it. So here's the love of my life, my partner in business, and the Gracie Allen to my George Burns, the lovely Tina. All right, so Gracie Allen is my all-time funniest female comedian.
I thought I was.
We'll get to that. Anyway, she was, to me, all-time funniest. I mean, she was guy funny. What I meant by guy funny is that she's funny for a girl. I'm just kidding. Which brings me to the point that if you have to say, "I'm just kidding," then the person you're talking to is not funny. So when you're working with your spouse, you have to understand that they think they're funny. I don't have to tell Tina, "I was just kidding," because she gets it, right?
It's not really funny.
Anyway, yes, females are funny, so don't cancel me. And Tina's funny. Tell the good people something funny.
Like when you're going out on a meeting and I tell you you should comb your eyebrows out.
Is that funny?
I think so.
Say goodnight, Tina.
Good night, Tina.
Not for nothing, but if saying female comedian is redundant, is saying female comedian an oxymoron? We're going to take a commercial break and promote Rahway's Taste of Spring, along with Witty's Fine Wine and Liquors of Rahway and Metro Liquors of Linden. Rahway's Taste of Spring is probably one of the biggest taste ofs in the area. It has 40 restaurants and bakeries, plus 40 stations of wine, beers, and liquor. I mean, it's a huge event. It's going to be held on April 5th, 2024, this year, which is a Friday. And it's held in Rahway's Recreation Center, plus there's 2 tents that expand outside. So there's 2 venues for live music, plus a DJ in the rec center that gets the place jumping. It's one of the most exciting nights for food, liquor, and music. Tickets are only $40. They go on sale on March 1st, but the event always sells out every year, so you should get them early. If you're a restaurant and you want to participate, you can call the Rahway Special Improvement District. It's the Rahway SID and the City of Rahway that throws the event, and it's sponsored by Witty's Fine Liquors and Rahway and Metro Liquors of Linden. This video is from 2018, but if you go to rentamedia.com or our Facebook page, Our Town Rahway, you'll see multiple years of photographs. So mark your calendar, April 5th, 2024, it's a Friday. I hope to see you there. And if you want a great selection of beer, wine, and liquor, go to Witty's Fine Wine and Liquors in Rahway or Metro Liquors in Linden. They're both located on St. George's Avenue. This cringe-worthy bit of economics has to do with how you treat your customers. Some business coaches teach you how to squeeze every last dime out of your customer. But this show's about local business. These aren't strangers. These are your neighbors and friends. So I was in line at a butcher shop, and there was like 7, 8 people in front of me. And I'm observing the action. And every time the butcher went to weigh something, it was over. Not just a little bit over, a lot over. Like 2 pounds of sausage was 2.5 pounds. Pound of lunch meat, a quarter pound over, a little over that. And he would ask his customer, oh, it's a little over, do you mind? Of course the customer didn't mind, sure he'll pay it. But I saw him do this to every customer with every item they had. Upselling them like 30%, 40% more than they really wanted to buy. And these were loyal customers, people who come in every week. This seems like the modern day thumb on the scale. I guess the electronic scales make this easy. And doing this day in and day out, you know exactly how many slices of ham make up a pound of lunch meat. This may seem petty. It's not a lot of money per customer. They probably don't even realize what's happening. But it's off-putting to me, because I get it. I realize the most valuable advice I can give, I did not learn in school, but I learned from my role models growing up. So this segment is called Life Lessons They Don't Teach You in School. I still go back to my roots in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and shop at Sacco's Meat Market. It sits in the shadow of St. Anthony's Church. John runs the business, which was started by his father, Jim, in 1945. I remember as a kid how generous Mr. Jim was to my mom. It's a tradition that John continues now for almost 80 years. I learned a lot from John and his dad by watching them and how they treated their customers. Always giving a little extra. Always putting the customer first. When I went out into the real world, That wasn't the case. It was a dog-eat-dog, me-first attitude in a lot of these businesses that you run into. Very rare you have the sense of community that you had when I was growing up. Upselling is a legit business technique, but you shouldn't be tricking people into it. Wow, right out of the gate, I get pulled over by the grammar police. After posting my first episode, I get a text message from someone correcting my grammar. The funny thing is, I was correct and they were wrong. So the sentence in question came during the economics segment of the show. I posted a photo and I said, "This is me and my brothers, circa 1967, leaning on my Uncle Joe DiLorenzo's 1959 Mercury." I get a text saying, "Me and my brothers, if it matters, should be my brothers and I," which is wrong. I is used as a subject of the sentence. Me is used as an object of the sentence. So in this case, me is proper. If I'm guilty of anything, it's putting me first. Me and I should always be last. So this is my brothers and me would have been proper. But to my defense, I'm just talking. I wasn't writing this down, so I didn't know where the sentence was going. In my head, I thought it was going to say, "This is me in 1967 with my brothers," let's say. Anyway, the grammar police were wrong. I was correct. I'm not going to say who it is because everybody knows them. I think it's a little embarrassing to point this out here and take the time to text me to tell me I was wrong. Anyway, I find it funny. So we're going to end the show with a little housekeeping. First of all, I want to thank everybody who watched the first episode, especially those who liked or commented or shared or especially subscribed to the channel. Very important for YouTube to find us by doing those 4 things. One useful comment came from my friend Bob Markey, who suggested I put the musical segment of the show at the end, since the songs run kind of long and it's a big interruption in the flow of the show, which I agree. I do have to change the title for the segment from musical interlude, since interlude connotes an intermission or a break in the acts. So the new segment is going to be called Ending on a High Note. This ending song I recorded at the 2023 World Amateur Team Chess Championships. I compete with a team of friends from the Kenilworth Chess Club. I love the opening ceremonies. The colors are presented by team members from West Point and Annapolis. And the national anthem was sung by a Grand Master, Nathan Resika. And here it goes.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs are bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Ooh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave of the free and the home of the brave. Enjoy your games.
That was beautiful. And thank you, West Point. We're very proud of all of our cadets that are here and our midshipmen from Annapolis.